Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We're just now beginning the 5th case, and we're investigating the murder of one Bruce Goodman. And unfortunately for us, it seems our defendant is openly admitting to murdering him, and there's a witness who said she saw her do it. Things are looking good. Well, one thing's looking good, and it's this man right there. Hello, Miles. Before we have a chat with him, let's take a look around his office, shall we? So, I gotta check out the Steel Samurai. There we go. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for... No, I'm looking at the Steel Samurai! There's a card on it. Oh! Back from the dead, Wendy. Oh, Miles, do you have a girlfriend? I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh! Wendy Oldbag. What? A giant steel samurai. Oh, that must be another gift from Wendy, Miss Oldbag. Very interesting. I could have sworn that Oldbag hated the Steel Samurai. And for that matter, why did Phoenix just pick up that statue to look at what's written on the bottom? How would he know to do that? Between a rock and a hard place, Wendy. Wow. Something tells me that this admirer is unwanted. I don't think so. Okay, how about the suit? Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. Huh, curious. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Now, I could have sworn that Gregory Edgeworth wore a black suit, but maybe it's a retcon? That it's his father's suit? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. She's getting way too excited about this. Okay. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Mumbles of prosecutors. Oh, King of Prosecutors, that's right. Apparently Miles isn't too fond of the name. Yeah, it's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors! It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. Wouldn't it make sense to send the prosecutor a sword? And like a shield would be a defense attorney's thing. What, so? So that K, that's... K stands for king. Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Ah, given to Edgeworth on the day of the murder. Yeah, the convention for prosecutors was on the day of the murder. Intriguing. So, let's take a closer look at it. Nothing to read on the plaque. I think I already see something at the bottom. Yeah, what's this? Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Oh! Oh! Okay! One guy's listed a bunch of times. Let me guess, Goodman? Oh! Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. Not likely. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Well, interesting. That isn't exactly evidence, but we did learn something new. Ah, there's a fist on the back. I see. Well, okay. I suppose there isn't much more to see. Intriguing. Yeah, no, I don't see anything else. All right. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I can picture it. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair and little creases in his cheek from the seams. Okay, now you're getting a bit creepy. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool? Well, it's better than your spiky hair. Yeah. Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the king of prosecutors. Congratulations, king of prosecutors. Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is the tip of the shield yeah! Okay, so it wasn't crazy. The tip of the shield is broken. Can I? Maybe I should look at that more closely. No, I don't see anything. Perhaps the shield was actually used as a shield and it broke off by deflecting some blow. Interesting. A work desk. It's quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. What? Strange, why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe there was a line about Gumshoe giving Edgeworth a desk at some point, I forget. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't, he'll sue you. Yeah, you can see that happening. Chess. Hey, a chessboard. I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Yeah. I called it. At the end of last episode, I totally said that this chessboard would be an allegory for Edgeworth and Phoenix. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Starting to pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Yeah, stay confident, Phoenix. Whoa, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Oh. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Don't be mean, Phoenix. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. You know, I kind of do picture Miles Edgeworth like a sort of British accent, so having a tea set makes a bit of sense, I think. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. He takes his tea seriously. That brings me joy. How's the window out there? Whoa, what a view! It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, were you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's grim. That's handy to know. I guess, maybe that'll come up. Okay, I think we're done here. So, Edgelord, tell me what's going on. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? No! No, buddy, pal, come on. After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. And no, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Emma? Wait. No, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. That didn't sound forced at all. Now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me, too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. He's going to be the prosecutor in the case. In the trial, he's going to be the one. A final showdown with Miles Edgeworth in the courtroom. I'm excited. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Lana Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. Yes! You, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, you know what? With Edgeworth's love for proving innocence and doing the right thing, I have faith in him that we can work together. Might have to coax it out of him, though. To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. So, Edgeworth being voted the king of prosecutors was a mean-spirited joke playing at his recent appearance in that case in trial number 4. That bronze shield, there's got to be a story behind that one. Okay, so it's made of bronze. Noted. Bronze conducts heat and I think electricity? No, that's copper. Then again, there is a lot of copper in bronze. I don't know. Chief Prosecutor Skye? Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. Well. Interesting. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Between Skye and Von Karma, it's hard for Miles to trust people, I guess. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. Boy, Edgeworth really has a favorite color, doesn't he? What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Huh. Traces of victim's blood, no prints. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't he take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Yeah, thanks, Emma. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Wow. That looks like a 2D image, but... man. That looks 2D. That's cool. That's a cool effect. Okay. There's really not much to say here, unfortunately. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. Or it could be Lana, who got her hand cut. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? You know, if Lana got her hand cut, wouldn't that mean she was barehanded? So why wouldn't there be no fingerprints on the handle of the knife? That's intriguing. Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wild. Edgeworth? In the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. Now there's a scary thought. Okay. Well. Hey. Miles, buddy, what do you think of this? I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet, my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright. Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, he'll take it for sure, won't he? Oh, right! He is going to be my enemy after all. I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she sighs any deeper, I'm going to start getting depressed. Okay. So, basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Oh, did he? I thought it was handed to him in this building, but if Edgeworth was out of the building on that day, that makes a bit of sense. Okay. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works. Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? Yes, please do tell. What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Edgeworth? Don't be coy. Are you hiding something up your sleeve that you're preparing to use tomorrow? Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his reward for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday? Let's look at the knife first. Present the knife. Oh. With Edgeworth, it's never personal, it's all about winning tomorrow. Well, I'm glad they can still be friends once business is concluded. Oh, I can talk to him more after showing him that shield. Okay, could you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Oh. Cleaning day. Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There was an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. I hope Gumshoe got a reward. And that's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. Whoa, 3 minutes before the time of murder? If you got to this building at 5:12, you would have been in the parking garage at the time of the murder. Whoa! That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place little faith in my memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Oh. Okay, interesting. Why would he give me evidence? Didn't he just say that it's not his policy to discuss evidence with others, especially him, especially Phoenix? Well, thanks. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. Well, I guess Miles doesn't really think much of it. Maybe he doesn't even consider it to be evidence. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you direct that suspicious glare elsewhere. Oh, who's this? What? Look at this cartoon character. Hi? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth. What is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Skye? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Skye, sir? No, sir. Wow, this guy is really very animated. And I mean that literally and figuratively. Huh. Well, it was about time a police officer got his own sprites, you know? No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. Then what's the report about? I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. What's going on here? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trail tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir. I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. This guy is in a completely different art style from everyone else. I wasn't aware of the... Oh. Give me your name. Yes. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Okay. Right, Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. Why are prosecutors in charge of police salaries? Like, I thought it was just an absurd joke that Von Karma had power over it, but everyone else does too? What? Whimper. But, sir, I didn't know. Wait a second. His armband just straight up has Japanese text on it. I'm sorry, I thought this took place in California. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir? Yeah, he caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Going down to the police department, you can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down at least. What got Edgeworth on edge? What was in that case file that made him so angry? What's going on? Okay, nothing else for it. Let's move. One thing I wanted to talk about while we're here, I didn't mention it, but I did note that the tape or the chalk around where the body was found, it looks like the victim fell out of the trunk backwards, which is weird as hell. He was stabbed in the stomach, right? So at some point he turned around and fell out. What shouldn't he have fallen into the trunk? Oh, it's really weird there. Well, I don't particularly want to show this lady any of our new evidence, so let's just move. Okay. Is there a big poster on the right for campaign something? Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Well, the police station has to be in a more localized location so that responders can get across the city quickly. Anyway, that beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? That is the best mascot ever. I regret my words, it's creepy. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? What's with the handprint on its cheek? Okay. Oh, wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. I had the name right. They're trying to make him the police mascot. You know, I really didn't expect this plot thread to carry over. Interesting. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. What cryptid are we in for? Hey, pal. Well, what are you doing here? That's my line. Why would you ask what he's doing here? He's a detective at a police station. That's where they are. Why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. Ugh, what the hell is going on? Let's take another look at the Blue Badger. It almost looks like he's crying out of one eye. What? The dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. Oh my god. No more! You made this, Detective Gumshoe? The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. Wait. Hold up. Okay, watch its right hand holding the red stick. Watch this. Watch what it's about to do. Watch what it's about to do. I don't know about you, but that kind of looks like it could be mistaken for the thrusting of a knife. What the hell am I saying? What kind of person would mistake this silhouette as human? I'm thinking too much. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor blue badger, fated to dance until he drops. Oh god, it's evidence. Don't fucking tell me I was onto something there. Okay, well, let's examine it. Wait, can we take a 3D look at the attorney's badge? Ah, hey! Hi! So there's a pin on the back, right? No, it's a screw? What the fuck? What kind of badge has a screw? Is Phoenix a robot? Weird. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. And I always thought it had a safe... Yeah! What is a screw doing here? Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to. You couldn't lend your badge to anyone? No, I'd be found out right away. Well, that's no fun. Interesting. Are we not gonna talk about the screw? Anywho, let's examine the blue badger. Oh. Well, okay. The usual wanted posters are hanging up at the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911. You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I've never seen anyone who looked like the people in these posters. They hardly even look human. She has a point. I always get excited when I come to a police station. Why is that? It just feels like I've jumped into a movie. Oh no, not you two. You know, with all the police and criminals? Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting. Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust. Funny, I thought they were talking about the weather. The detectives in there look pretty busy. Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action. Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried. What? I guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes. They make a good pair. Nah. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea. Why? Well, I think they're designed after a panda. I wish. Not that scientific proof, it's just a theory. It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see? What about zebras? Or do they not have those at your zoo? The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign. Nice slogan. I wonder if they'll be selling fingerprinting sets. I don't think it's that kind of campaign. What family wouldn't want a set at home? You know, I don't know what my fingerprints really look like. Kinda curious now. It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar. I think most families can figure that out without the extra help. Okay. So, Mr. Gumshoe, get a load of this. Here's my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said. I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice. Emma! Emma, please! Speaking of ID cards, I found that detective's card, didn't I? Oh. Yeah, Emma has a freaking ID card on her vest right there. Oh, we never looked at the parking stub, silly me. Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Only he was held up at a couple extra red lights. Yeah. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. This just goes to show you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Oh. Wait, what? There's literally nothing on that, on the back end. Oh well. Yeah, nothing more to see here. So, Gumshoe, what do you think of Goodman's ID? No, wrong button, Zephyr. Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey, pal, this is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it in to the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Gumshoe, what do you think I'm doing? Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. Didn't you... Whoa! Now I remember! Oh, Gumshoe, you card. Bruce Goodman! He's the victim! That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Okay. That unlocked new stuff to talk to him about, so what's this King of Prosecutors trophy? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at their awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, yay! Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? Huh. Yeah. Why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later? Huh. Apparently he's forgotten. Okay. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Skye to do such a thing? Well, wait, I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone who must have, Oh, wow, well, I guess I'm glad Gumshoe isn't out for Lana's blood. I totally thought he would have after that warning last time. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be coincidence. I wonder if it has something to do with the case file that Mr. Meekins tried to give Miles. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Okay. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I know better than to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. What, he doesn't know about the blue badger, apparently. Okay. Enough chatter. Tell me about the case. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Bit too late for that. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. What if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal, there's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa! The chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Ah, I bet. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Oh, why? Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being led into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. Wow. They're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. Ah. None of you. I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Yeah, the chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Man. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. So, this ID card belonged to the victim? He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Huh. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman would have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Oh! Miles and Lana Sky worked together on a case 2 years ago. That was Miles' first case ever. I bet you my bottom dollar that Goodman was involved in that same case. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lon is confessing as much. Okay. Edgeworth is in a tough spot again. Again. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Except for that one time he falsified a report in front of the entire jury. They're still hung up on that, by the way. Or, no, he withheld evidence. That's right, he withheld evidence. Anyway, well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. Wow, I bungled that. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. Oh. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West L.A. Eh. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. I wonder if in the Japanese original he was supposed to be a foreigner, but you never know. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Oh. Letter of introduction allows bearer to investigate the crime scene. Well, thanks! I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Okay, let's take a look-see. What's that text scrawled on it? There we go. Annual income $20? What? Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. It was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus. Okay. Wow! That is nothing! I think a couple zeros are missing. No, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Harsh. Yikes. Okay. Nothing to really look at. Okie doke. Oh, whoops. Round button again. Okay. Well, let's head on back. Looks like the investigation is still ongoing. I have to be getting back to the shop. Oh, is that Star? Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. That's Marshall. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Yeah, okay, so Angel... Wait, is Angel's boyfriend Marshall? Oh! Okay, something really stinks of a cover-up here. Hello? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs, too. Oh! Oh, she has multiple boyfriends, okay. Or maybe the more correct term is, to quote Winston Payne, sugar daddies. Maybe, I don't know. Interesting. Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Huh. Alright, let's have a chat first. There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. Cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me? I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment. He's asleep. Should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest? There's something I wanted to ask you. The scene of the crime. Oh. Okay. Nothing else to do. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right to the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. So harsh. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't that a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? Won't be needing this anymore. Okay. Let's actually talk some more. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest. Fine piece of work. Wasn't it Angel who talked about a rhythmic stabbing? Or something like that? This here's the autopsy report. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m.? That's weirdly early? Whoa. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? So they didn't... Huh? Yeah, they did work together in a case a few years back. So that was Miles's first case ever. Okay. There's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. It's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shooting at high noon. Huh. I didn't mean any offense, but... Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. you calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Okay, what in the sweet hell happened 2 years ago? Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cowdog's been kicked out of this cattle run, by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Huh. Gumshoe was kicked out of the investigation. Maybe it was because Gumshoe once knew Goodman? Interesting. Okay, let's have a look-see here. Yeah, look at that. This tape, that tape shows that the body fell backwards out of the trunk. And yet he was stabbed in the chest. Well, take a look at the phone. Looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah. Oh, let's look at the timestamp of when Lana apparently called him here. Okay. Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. Oh. These are hard to come by, you know. See, the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Okay. Nothing to do with the battery. Let's flip it open. Huh. This phone's still on the redial screen. Redial, you say? Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. Just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like a redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Okay. I suppose we have to press the redial button. Yeah, who called last? It's going to be Lana, isn't it? Beep. Listen to that Steel Samurai theme song. Everyone loves that show, man. I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Oh, sorry. Huh. So I'm supposed to reason that whoever it's calling is a fan of the Steel Samurai? Well, that could be anyone. Huh. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on the other phone, didn't you? Well, yeah? Whose phone is this, anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. Oh. So it's Sky's phone, and it might have called Goodman's phone. It's my sister's. And Emma called the strap boring. She dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Oh, really? She was fixing to call someone. Oh. That's interesting. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. Was Lana calling Phoenix? What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. No, they do not. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Okay. Very interesting. Let's examine some more. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted. So someone forced their way in? Well, he was found in the Oh. The body was found in the trunk. So presumably Lana stuffed the body in there, I guess? Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Okay. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. What the hell? The note says Goodman 675-12-2. Well, those numbers don't match up with the ID number. 6-75-12-2. The 12th of February? Wait, isn't it February right now in the game? Interesting. That might be an S instead of a 5, I don't know. Oh, yeah it is! 6-7-S-12-2. I might want to also maintain the possibility of that being a 5, but you never know. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. It fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. Yeah. Okay. How about the tape? This rope? Is it? Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You have got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. No talking about how suspicious that body arrangement is, though. B block is through there. That's where the visitors park. The murder took place in A block then. Okay. Yeah, a cartoon cow eating his cartoon steak? That's cannibalism. Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. That goes for most things in life. Okay. A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are relegated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. Wow. That's a lot of faith in me. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. Giving up your job that soon, huh? I'm picking up what you're laying down. Phoenix really is wanting to quit soon. Well, not that soon, obviously. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Mr. Marshall, what do you know about Lana Skye? So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a goldmine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between the cop and her sister that I don't know about? Maybe they're exes. That would explain how Emma knows him. I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. There's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here. But who? Huh. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. Oh? Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina, Chief Prospector Lana Skye. Ah, great. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. Yeah, like embedded in the shoulder, maybe. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Oh. A real big cover-up, huh? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. Oh! It was yours. Oh. Okay, well, Lana trying to call her sister makes a hell of a lot of sense. Wow, okay. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? Yeah, what aren't you telling us, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Okay. A detective is murdered and the suspect is the top prosecutor in this district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Yeah. To be continued, huh? Alright. Huh. That'll do. Oh boy. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area. Don't worry about me, no matter what the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. Wow. I'm not gonna believe that. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is? You're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. You know, I kind of want like a flashback game where you play as Mia Fey and your rival prosecutor is Lana Sky here. That'd be cool. The parallels are strong, especially with how they knew each other in school and all that. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Before we go, hold up. Let's take a look at the autopsy report. Name of the deceased, Bruce Goodman, age 36. Between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Loss of blood from a single chest wound. Wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. I think the length of the knife might be specific later on. Goodman's note, let's take a look at that. Oh, nothing. I can't even flip it, it's just a static image. Okay. And the cell phone. Yeah, no. Nothing new here. Why would there be? No need to push this again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Huh. Okay. What a boring strap. What's wrong with it? Everyone has different taste. Okay. Nothing new here. Alright. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Okay, round 1 of court. Of 3, presumably. District Court number 9. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Okay. I need to call it here, I think. Time to get down to business. So, to be frank, I have no leads. Not a single lead, but I have a whole bunch of evidence. I have no predominating theories that could ever even prove Lana was innocent in any way or shape or form, other than the sneaking suspicion that Angel Star and Mr. Marshall are conspiring together to some degree. Yeah, I got nothing, so next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will need to depend upon just playing things reactionary. I don't have any game plan, like much like Phoenix, I suppose, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Right on. Next time, ladies and gentlemen, we'll settle this a bit. Just for this. Just trial case number 1 here. As always, this has been Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I've been Zephyr the Jester. I thank you for watching, and hopefully I will catch you next time. So until then, please take care.